some would call it being a diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see, the number 13 team in the country, the Iowa State Cyclones, taking on the 19th ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. The shotgun, they go to the ground. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up one. All right, guys, let's chat Iowa State. You start the season top 25. Clearly, expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early here.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that first impression.
I am impressed with the physicality we're seeing up front by this offensive line. Playing on the road, they knew they wanted to get the run game established, and they are doing just that. They're not just getting 3-4 yards a pop. They are gashing this defense.
This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles. Those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Thompson wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught downfield.
Great job by the quarterback throwing against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
The Cyclones are on the move. They go to the ground. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to fire. Throws for the tight end. He's got an open man. Touchdown, Cyclones! He got loose, and it was lights out after that. They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. The defense just lost track of him. There's no other explanation. I've got to assume they knew he was in an eligible position.
Or it was just ridiculously good scheming on the offense, Reese. I mean, just an unbelievable job of getting your guy wide.
send the tight end in motion. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. Good blocking, good running, pickup of 6 out to the 30. Let's talk about Alabama. They had some holes to fill on the roster. They've gone into the portal. They brought in a pretty decent haul. How good do you think this staff feels right now addressing those areas of need, David?
Well, I think you feel really good about bringing in quality depth, experience depth, but now the trick is to merge it with your other guys and everybody get on the same page, and moving in the same direction.
The coaching staff is so excited, too. They feel like if they can stay healthy, they can take an extra step versus where they were a year ago because of these new bodies they found through the portal.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
This is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Use the play fake, now to throw. Starts to scramble to the left. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. On that play-action fake, the action was the quarterback got clobbered after he faked the handoff.
Yeah, it definitely didn't work. The fake is supposed to be the most important part of that, to try to get the guys to suck up just for a second, but you could tell the offensive line, they weren't able to hold their blocks. Defense got to them and got the sack.
The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on second down. Motion from the wideout. Rides the back and leaves it. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Quarterback making checks. On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
Well, you can see why this team thinks this kid has a real bright future. It's amazing. He's only a true freshman. He's not built like one, though, and you saw it on that last play. Trust me, that is the first of many sacks in this kid's collegiate career.
The kick is on its way. Never had a chance. What coverage to get down there and knock him down inside the 10. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with a 7-0 lead. The screen, he's got wheels. Open space at the 25. All kinds of room to the right. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Iowa State.
And I love the play call. Oftentimes offensively, you like to throw the football deep down in your own end and take shots because you're anticipating man coverage. So if you get a receiver that can get behind the defense, that has a chance to be a home run type play. And you saw it work out exactly that way right there.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Tide offense rolls onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
The play action fake. Going to try to get it himself. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
These guys aren't human anymore. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
Wide receiver going in motion. To the air on first down. Snagged out of the air. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with second and short. Alabama quickly back to the line. Gives it on the option. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. The Crimson Tide need just a few inches here on third down. Off the play fake. Gets rid of it. He'll fire back across his body, and it's intercepted.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
Iowa State sending the offense back out. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might... think about airing it out a little bit.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Thompson to throw. Complete. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Tide crowd rolling noise down onto Saban Field on third down. They'll try to run for it. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
That is how it's done on third down and short. No doubt about it. An easy hole to get through and clearly get the first down.
If you really want to simplify football, the low man wins. That time the offense got the better of the D. Easily picked that up.
There he goes. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Cyclones.
Yeah, and now this offense building that lead. It's still the first half, but I'll tell you what, shown some glimpses of why they could become a really, really good offense. Listen, you go into halftime, more of the same, right? Continue to do what you're doing, take care of the football. This offense has looked really good in the first half.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He's got great speed. He just about popped that one for a long one, but as it is, he gives his team a lot of momentum with a solid return. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. The give to the tailback. Got enough for the first. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. If you're going to play Bama tough, you're going to find out really early if you can handle the running game.
Yeah, they're going to check your chin. I mean, they're going to come. Even when they've had great quarterback play and spread the ball out, it's still a physical principle. They're going to make you stop the run. If you can't stop it, it could be a long game.
He's moving out of the pocket. And the quarterback couldn't withstand the heat, and he will go down as we played one quarter. That's the end of the period, and Iowa State has the lead. And that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down.
Base 27 jump. Base 27 jump.
Back to pass. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing a pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.
The Crimson Tide a long, long way from the line to gain here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his big tight end. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. And he was able to break one tackle, Jesse, and almost got away from another.
Man, this secondary, this defense, they better pack a lunch. When this guy has the football, you've got to get bodies to him, and you better wrap up those legs and hold on tight. This dude's hard to tackle.
Fires toward the end zone. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Man, if you're going to win games, you have got to hit on the home run type plays, and that was a great opportunity right there. The receiver has got to be able to look that football in and make the catch.
Now the play fake. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. And the ball's free in the backfield. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
When you start to get that offense going and start having success, you got to make sure when you get closer to the scoring range, I take care of that football. If you don't, coach is going to go you on the sideline, you in the game.
Out of the shotgun on third down. He'll pull it down and run.
Really nice job and poise by the quarterback there, right? Because it's third down. You just got sacked the play prior, but you do a nice job in the pocket. You get through your progression. It's not open. You take off and run. Pick up the first down. Fresh set of downs there. Really good job.
And those sting for offenses, man. You've got an opportunity to get in the end zone, to get the touchdown. It's not easy. It's hard to get guys open. He comes open, and the quarterback, man, I bet he wishes he had that one back.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. It's complete to the left. Touchdown, Alabama! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, it has gone final in the ACC, a matchup we've been keeping a close eye on. Buffalo went into hostile territory and came away with a convincing victory. The Bulls always seem to get everyone's best punch, but today they were the ones who delivered the knockout. We expected to see a shakeup in the ACC. It's bound to happen in this kind of game. But this type of win is a serious statement.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. They're set to kick it off. And you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Quickly to the tight end.
Nice quick throw there, and it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw, and you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on Monday.
Trucks through the defender. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Cyclones will have it 1st and 10. We'll see if this offensive line is ready for the blitz. Thompson wants to throw. He's got it. No chance to run, but still a good gain. The Cyclones with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Give to the running back. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down.
And this offense is clicking, everything's moving, and the guy carrying the football, I mean, he is carrying the rock. Like, this is a guy he's setting this tone for this game, creating some balance on this offense. This offense is going to be a handful.
Yeah, David, I'd love to sit here and say, well, the offensive coordinator is just one step ahead of his counterpart across the field. That's not it. Right now, this offensive line is establishing the line of scrimmage, and you mentioned the back. He right now is running with authority on this drive.
Let's talk for a second about Iowa State. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Justin.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
All right, on offense, you're trying to catch a napping on 3rd and long. You're trying to run the football, but good job by the defense not being fooled and giving themselves an opportunity now to get the ball back.
Yeah, you got to do a better job not getting in 3rd and long. The offense has to be better on 1st and 2nd down, so you're not forced in these 4th down situations where now you're in limbo of what you want to do. And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate, and listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but we left some points off the scoreboard there.
Off the play fake on 1st down. On the move to his left. 1st down and more. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
And this QB's really starting to show you something, isn't he? I mean, he's been hit a lot in the pocket, and I just like the toughness. At the end of the run here, he's not sliding because he's been banged up a little bit. Lowering the shoulder, getting the 1st down, taking some hits, but he's still competing.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Moving out of the pocket. The throw. Makes the catch and steps out of bounds, but short of the 1st down mark. Receivers work tirelessly, tapping that toe along the sideline, and it just looks so natural for him.
Yeah, it can't just be pat and go all the time, right? Reese just jogging down the field, ball hits you right in stride. You got to be able to make awkward body catches and do it getting your feet in bounds. That was sweet.
Pocket breaking down. Caught in the backfield. It's short. Alabama comes to the line on 3rd and short.
Here we go. Set.
Wants to adjust the pattern.
Kill.
Rides the back and leaves it on the option. to get a third down stop here. See if they go for it on fourth.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Wanting to move the chains. Here comes Alabama on fourth. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Now on fourth down, here comes the field goal team. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. It doesn't always have to be pretty, and that one wasn't, but somehow he hooked it just into that left corner. That cuts into the deficit. It's now 21-10. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Quarterback keeper. Never underestimate the power of moving forward and creating breathing room. He's up to the 17. After a good pickup on the run, it's second down. To throw. The screen, he can go. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on third down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Iowa State.
And the Cyclones come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. On third and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Defense did a great job. Third and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line.
First and 10.
They'll start this drive from the 42. Pulled and finds his man on the left. Shoved out of bounds after a big gain. They'll mark it at the plus 42.
And those aren't the guys I'm leaving open on defense. These slot wide receivers, they've got the space in the middle of the field to work. I got to make sure that I got somebody inside of him. I got somebody outside of him. I can't give him the football because a lot of times these guys, they're good with it after the catch. They got that quickness. They got that speed, and he showed some of it there.
Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Pulls it and fires to the left. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Motion from the wide receiver. Leaves it with the back. Looks as if the Crimson Tide will have the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. off the play fake on first down to throw. And the pass to the sideline will pick up a short gain. Run out of bounds, they'll spot him at the 24.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. Might be calling a hot route. They'll leave it with him. Breaks into the... Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown Tide.
And you're going to need more of this in the second half. That's the way you punctuate a drive at the end of the first half to cut this to a one-possession game. Need more of that physicality in the second half.
They'll try to get the two-point conversion here and make it a three-point game. Go straight ahead. He's got a nose for that goal line. First he scored the touchdown. Now he makes his way in for the two-point conversion.
How about that? They go with the ground game. Keep it on the ground for the two-point conversion. That runs the football really hard, sneaks it in there, gets him 2 points.
Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Thompson wants to throw. Oh, he's got a chance. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. The Cyclones want to crank the tempo. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Set on second down. They'll run play action. Got the quick pass. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
Nice pitch and catch there from QB to wide receiver. Great job. An out route is all about timing. 1, 2, 3, boom, break out, throw it to him right now. Great pitch, great catch.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Demania.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
So now it's second and long. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Right down the middle. Working that left side. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open.
A shot toward the end zone. So close to a touchdown, but just out of bounds on the left sideline in the end zone. On second down, they'll try the field goal to get the points before halftime. From 55 yards out, and he's got it. Never a doubt.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on fourth down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Cyclones will kick it away to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Those two first-half turnovers really damaging, and the primary reason they find themselves trailing to start the third quarter.
And this is an offense that prides themselves on taking care of the football and then having explosive plays. You know they're playing angry right now. They're mad. They know they're the reason why they're down in this game, so I expect them to come out here, lighten it up here for the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and this defense playing fast, playing physical, forcing things into action, forcing those turnovers. They played really well in this first half.
Rides the back on the option, the give. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. They give it to him again. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, this running back has had a pretty... so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
Alabama with a ton of ground to cover on this third down. He wants to change this route. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And there's no... to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright, and you just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Wouldn't call it a shank, but I don't think he'll include it on his greatest hits. Punt goes out of bounds and didn't do a whole lot to flip field position as they'll take over at the 40. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. The give on the inside. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Right back to the well. They get him down, but he does pick up 3 to the 32-yard line.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. The Tide crowd rolling noise down onto Saban Field on 3rd down. Thompson to throw. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. He stopped short of the 1st down marker, had to get it to the 30-yard line, and now they're staring at 4th and short.
Really good job on the defense, understanding 3rd down, the situation in the game. I play a little bit deeper, take away the sticks, react to shorter. I got to go get him on the ground now. Nice job making the tackle, but playing the down and distance first, and now forcing a 4th down.
Delay of game penalty. They do know there's a play clock up, right? The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. Oh, he missed it. No good. Guys, still a 6-point game, but a missed opportunity.